Hey, what's up guys? My name is Destery and welcome back to WTF FIVE. So if you don't know what this show is, it's a show I started on Shane Dawson's channel a few years ago, and I've basically been uploading every single week for the past few years now. And it's essentially just a list video series where I talk about really weird things. Some of them were spooky and allowed us to explore places like the Shanghai tunnels or the Oregon State Hospital, and others were just me talking about random bullshit from 5 to 10 minutes and disguising it as a list video. So that said, if you haven't seen the previous 40 plus videos I've done in this series, I will link those down in the description down below. But recently Shane and I have decided to stop doing those videos on his channel. And don't worry, Shane and I are still working together. It's just we're trying to figure out what's going to be the next venture past this. So that's it guys. I thought today I would give you the potential last WTF FIVE video. I want to thank Shane and his audience so much for giving me a chance to entertain them over these many years. But that's it for today's video. Thanks to this user here, we count down the top 5 weirdest world records ever recorded. My god, is there some weird f***ing people out there? I would know, I'm one of them. Honestly, it was hard to limit this list to just 5 with things like this dude who holds the world record for most spoons magnetized to someone's body. Why? You know he just brags about this all the time, like, how many spoons can you magnetize to your body? None? That's right! Why do I sound like Watto from Star Wars Episode 1? You can't have him, it wasn't a fair bet.
You can't have him, it wasn't a fair bet.
You know, if I didn't see any spoons attached to this guy's body, I would think he would probably be a good contender for most murdery looking face of all time as well. Like, Jesus Christ, my friend. Anyway, so coming in at number 1, we have the most amount of naked people on a roller coaster. But yes, in 2010, 102 people stripped down nude and rode the Green Scream roller coaster on Adventure Island in the UK for a charity event which raised over $15,000 for cancer research. This is probably the second most thrilling thing you could possibly do while being naked. If you want to know about the first one, head on over to my channel. Damn it, we wrote that joke when I was still on Shane's channel. Okay, what I want to know is how did they even attract people to come do this? Was there a flyer that just said like, hey there, you like seeing naked people? You like roller coasters? Then come on down to Isle of Adventure and put those two things together. That makes the most sense to me, since most of the people that did it were probably middle-aged, balding old men that wanted to just see some bobs and vagina. And to that effect, I suppose they still did get what they want, since a lot of women were in attendance as well, flocking in from all over the UK to break the record. Would I personally ever join in on that action? Probably not, no. When I'm alone, I hardly get naked, and when I do, I just look in the mirror and go, oh god, what the f***? But also, who wants to see some old his flabby titties just being forcefully jerked around by a roller coaster? Just flipping everywhere, flinging boob sweat on people? No one's boobs sound like that. I don't know where I'm getting these facts. The same amusement park, though, attempted to beat their own record again in 2015. However, fell short by over 50 people. Which has got to be hard to beat this record because it has to be hard to organize an event with over 102 different naked people. Actually, that's not true. I do it all the time. Ask your mom. Is this what this channel has become? Is your mom jokes? Cool. I now see why Shane fired me. Number 2, the highest belly flop. Set by a man known as Professor Splash. Holy f***, that name is gay. And I mean gay as in the old English version of the word. I'm not being insensitive. His name is literally gay. Who the f*** calls themselves Professor Splash? I'm gonna take a page out of Willem's own video where he's beating me down and say that that sounds like a name that you would call yourself that no one would ever want to call you.
Capndesdes feels like the kind of nickname that you give yourself when no one else will.
Sounds like a terrible supervillain.
How's it going? My name's Professor Splash. I hope your weakness is water, cause I got a little bit of it. Yeah!
Seriously though, what an incredibly gay name. Jesus Christ. But anyways, Professor Splash set the world record for highest belly flop in 2011 after he jumped 37 feet into a kiddie pool with only 1 foot of water in it and breaking his previous world record for the 20th consecutive time. How do you even learn to do this? Does this dude have a day job, or was he just like, I am quitting my job, I am no longer known as Darren Taylor, I am instead a professional belly flopper named Professor Splash. Your name is gay! Hey, who said that? Also, how does this even work? This guy is living his life with Minecraft physics. Check it out, I'm 500 feet in the air, there's a tiny speck of water with some sand under it. Perfect, I'm fine. Wow, unharmed. What the f? On that note, the 56-year-old Darren Taylor, known as Professor Splash, did say,
yes, it hurts, but pain lasts for a minute while the glory lasts a lifetime, yeah.
Wow. Powerful stuff. And by glory, do you mean a small gathering of like 20 people that are all clapping at some idiot that just jumped into a kiddie pool? Totally. Apparently the sport is called shallow diving, and people have been doing it for years, and is considered a beautiful and graceful sport, despite it looking like an old man just belly flopping into a kiddie pool.
It's not, okay? It's beautiful.
But Taylor takes pride in knowing that he broke several of his own previous world records. While technically the world record for highest jump into water was set in 2015 by Lazo Schaller, where he jumped 192 feet, or the equivalent of a standard 17-story building, into a small pool near a Swiss mountain. Number 3, the loudest penis. And no, I did not say the longest penis, because we all know who holds that boy. But no, instead, the loudest penis, which is currently held by the insect known as the water boatman, whose penis can create mating calls as loud as 99.2 decibels, which is the equivalent of those John Cena memes on Warped Tour speakers.
John Cena!
The equivalent of Siren from X-Men 2 at a Skrillex concert. Ah! Jay is my editor, why did you do that? No, I didn't. As to why the boatman's cock is so loud, they apparently have a ridged abdomen that they can rub their dong on to attract females to their location. Oh wow, I do the same thing. Fortunately for water boatmen, they are insects, so they can't actually be kicked out of a public library for indecent exposure and arrested for their behavior. But did it work? Did it get me a date? You bet your sweet ivory titties it did. It got me a court date. For the love of God. That's just these jokes that got you kicked off of Shane's channel, just stop it. Honestly, I've never wanted to know what an animal's penis sounds like more than I do at this very moment. I've also never wanted to clear my search history more than I do after having looked this thing up. Which I couldn't find anything if you type in water boatman penis sound, unfortunately. But I did, however, find a kid's video about it, so let's check that thing out.
That noise is made by an insect called a water boatman. It's a male trying to find a girlfriend.
It's a male rubbing its f***ing dick on things, is what she meant to say. I also love the comments on a children's video that say, I want to hear its penis noise. 2 thumbs up. Great. So yeah, a bit of an odd record. I don't see any human beating anytime soon, but you know, don't let me discourage you guys. Number 4, elder records. So I wanted to include these as sort of a category of world records rather than just one, because there are so many world records that have been set just by old people being old. So first, there's the oldest lady with the most amount of tattoos, who still just looks like a bad bitch. There's the longest bike ride someone over the age of 100 did at 15 miles. The oldest prostitute, who is currently 89 and still going strong. How do I know? Well, don't make the same mistake I did and look up her name.
The videos that you will witness will haunt you for eternity.
Oh, I like this one. Largest gathering of people over 100 years old. Set in 2016, 45 people over the age of 100 gathered in an event in Queensland, Australia. God, I bet they just had a blast. Fucking raved, drank some vodka, smoked some crack. Rip after rip, smoking crack. Whoa, this place is lit! I'm just kidding. We all know they just sat in one spot, played bingo, and talked about their experiences during the Civil War. Hilariously, there's the oldest salsa dancer, which there's actually footage of this one, and holy shit, this bitch is hardcore. It scares me to watch this because it just feels like her arm is gonna snap off at any given moment, but still, damn. But the best one, without a doubt, is the oldest video game YouTuber. Yes, this exists, and you are correct in that it's f***ing hilarious. But the 81-year-old Shirley Curry uploads videos to YouTube of her playing only Elder Scrolls Skyrim, and my god, I want this lady to be my grandma. I want this lady to be me. This is great. I am glad to see that these old people are actually doing something worthy of being put on a world record list, because my grandma would really only win the world record for most amount of times one grandma has tried to convert their grandson to Christianity. And also, the dankest meatloaf. She makes some dank meatloaf, man. Thanks, Grandma, I love you. But I swear to God, if you buy me another Bible, I will fucking lose it. And finally, number 5 is Mr. Cherry. You know when you wake up and you have a slight existential crisis because you don't know what you want to do with your life, and you wake up every day more sad than the last day and more tired than the last day, and you feel like you might die alone and no one will mourn you? Dear God, that was depressing. But relatable. Well, you could be like this guy who wakes up every day looking for another ridiculous world record to break. Currently, Mr. Cherry, a Japanese entertainer, holds 12 world records, all of which more impressive than the last, including most underpants pulled down in 1 minute. And yeah, that record's pretty cool, but I'm working on one myself right now that is the least amount of times I've changed my boxers in 1 month. It is not pretty. I'm pretty sure there's sentient life growing on my boxers right now. If I go on anymore, I risk the bacteria in my undies discovering space travel. That was graphic. Thank you for that. He also holds the record for most amount of nuts crushed by sitting down. Mr. Cherry also holds the world record for most amount of baked beans eaten with chopsticks. Okay. Most golf balls picked up with the feet. Most water moved in the hands in 30 seconds. Fastest 50-meter running on all fours backwards. And a plethora of others that'll make you sad that you're sitting there watching a YouTube video and not breaking world records as oddly specific as this guy. Honestly though, I aspire to be as cool as this guy one day. He just doesn't give a f. It's like, he just seems really happy doing this, you know? I don't know. Is it weird that I find this guy kind of inspiring? Probably. Anyways, guys, that is it for this episode of WTF 5. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. If you did, make sure to give this video a like and also subscribe to the channel. I'm still trying to figure out if I want to continue this show. If you guys have any suggestions of videos like this that you want me to do on this channel, make sure to leave those in the comments down below and I'll check those out. Also, before you guys go, this shirt is still available in my merch store for the next couple of weeks, so make sure to get that while you can. And also, I'm hoping to post more adventure vlogs soon, so if you've not seen like the last, I think, 5 of them, make sure to click the playlist that you see on the screen right now. I've just been really enjoying making these, so if you want to be part of that journey and tell us like where to go or what things we should try out, make sure to leave those in the comments down below as well. Also, while I'm in this tiny box in the corner of your screen, make sure to click down there for this subscribing and the liking. And also, if you're subscribing and you haven't done this, make sure to hit the notification bell, which will be over there. It's over there. It's over here? Okay, over here. Because for some reason YouTube thinks that if you subscribe to someone's channel you don't want to watch their videos. Yeah, it makes sense to me. Also, make sure to click over there for another video and up there for a playlist of some other videos. Also, don't click up there because I don't think there's anything there except for like a search bar. You don't need that, okay? Just also, while you're here, there's also a Patreon that you can check out that I've been doing stuff at. Little podcasty boys. Got some merchy boys over there. So that's it, guys. I will see you next time, or I will see you at another time.
I will see you there, or I will see you on another time.
Thanks for watching WTF 5. I will see you next time, and fair winds.